American-based actor, a friend of Michael Blackson, as I say comedian, or no na odi in Sembi Abetuja, anything. Year 2020, make a COVID era or send a year $1.2 million. Send called the investor war on the school more what we need. Michael Blackson Academy a war Agona and Sabah Central Region a hona school nishe. Now send is we not or expect to say school it was some sort of investment in car at least every month be a win yakra $10,000 the nanka was sending money every month sana na ordering so or send is gonna buy during the first month need the onya $10,000 no pepe but the akana say yeah man excuses here toss no bisa and away who ya say yes see the sika na $1.2 million no e dey atete Ghana for sika no so bi still cry the car but the 1.2 million no ye say ye kaso sa no mo ka che no we ne man bufu ye during that time no so ye nya say eh MPP for aban na wo so into no che say on blame Ghana for Ghana is a very peaceful and lovely country like he's the Ghanaian. He comes in, even though he's based in America or Banoko, so he most of the time now in Ghana, and he moreover no sans school has so Ghana is nothing new to him. It's he has nothing against Ghanaians, but MPP are buying no there. Uchrom kokoko. Yeah, can you make say that they were diverting because him say he was supporting MPP during that time. Now also he was a big MPP fan, even though he's not based in Ghana. No, they say they were switching. You didn't see kind no. Was what you call NDC na ebusia for kasa bebre na yenko tie the abrante ne kan.
Cities or even the villages, they're all hanging around doing school hours. And I never understood that because, from the time I came to America, the kids had to go to school because school's free.
Dollars.
Yeah, actually $1.2 million.
$1.2 million?
Well, I mean, robbery, I was probably obsessed. So I probably made it a little bit more harsh than what it was. So when I built this school, in the cities or even the villages, they're all hanging around doing school hours. And I never understood that because, from the time I came to America, the kids had to go to school because school's free. And I never understood why kids were like roaming around doing school hours. And I found out why. Like, they couldn't afford school. And there are some public schools which is called government schools. Mm-hmm. But even with those, you still have to buy uniform. You have to buy books. You have to buy this and that. And those schools fills up pretty fast with like 40, 50 kids in the class. And they can't get no more can go in. If you don't get in time, then you ass out. So I built the school. I said, okay, let me send this money. It's going to bring me, $10,000 a month. School be paid for. I invested $1.2 million in my country. And I'm like, okay, this is the land where I came from. This place made me who I am. What's wrong with giving them, well, if you add the school money, almost $2 million because I built the school.
But the investment funds were actually seized by Ghana.
But it wasn't seized. So, it felt like it was seized. So this is what happened. So we put the money up. I probably it made one payment. The payment stopped. And, and this was right around COVID time. Right around COVID. Payment stopped. We don't know what's going on. I spoke to the lady at the bank. She said, they're just having a little issue. The government, they're in debt. They borrowed money from China, COVID, bunch of excuses, which is excuses to me.
They used your money to pay back their Chinese debt.
Yeah, they used my money to pay China.
That's crazy.
Crazy, unheard of.
Yeah.
And that's just me. I have a bigger voice. But it's probably hundreds of thousands of other people that invested their money.
Yeah.
And then, so I said, okay. But then I was, I spoke to one guy that worked for that particular regime. And I apologize for blaming my problem on Ghana. Ghana is not the problem. It's usually it's people that are in office are the problem. So the particular Ministry of Finance from the MPP regime. We have Democrat here and Republican here in Ghana. They have like the big ones are MPP and NDC. Mm-hmm. So at that particular time, MPP was in office. So they are the one to be blamed for it, not Ghana. Ghana is a great country with great people. I apologize to my Ghana for what I said, but I'm blaming on the MPP. So at that particular time, MPP was in office. So they are the one to be blamed for it, not Ghana. Ghana is a great country with great people. I apologize to my Ghana for what I said, but I'm blaming on the MPP and the Ministry of Finance and whoever or that regime. They decided to use our money to pay whatever debt it is, and then what it said to us, it said, thank you for helping us save the country. Involuntarily, motherfucker. I didn't volunteer my money for this shit. So we didn't have nothing for, now it's going on 2 years, no payment. So now how am I gonna go find new money to pay for the school? You know, and now I'm funding out of my pocket. Now my money is on hold. And, you know, so I spoke to the bank lady. She said, Mike, they're going to figure this out. You know, just a little issue, that everything should be okay. I said, okay, cool.
2 years later.
2 years later, then I hit up one of my guys that worked for that regime. I said, yo, man, what's up with your government? You know? He's like, Mike, I'll get you your money back, but I'm going to need 10%. Right? And trust me, I wish I would have did that. Because a lot of times, those guys have the power to do that.
Because you still haven't gotten your money back.
No,
Still don't have it back.
I don't have it back. So I wish I would have did that. But I spoke to the lady at the bank manager. I said, listen, I got a guy that works, you know, he said he get my money back, but he wants 10%. He said, Mike, if you don't need this money right away, don't lose $100,000 or $120,000. You know, just wait. They're going to figure this out very soon. I said, okay. I took her word for it. I said, all right, man. I said, forget it, you know. Then I spoke to a bigger guy. This guy is like cousins to the president. He's like the right-hand man. This guy probably make decisions in Ghana. I'm definitely not mentioning his name, right? I was like, what the fuck is up with your government? What's up with this? He said, when it matures, at worst, you'll get your money back with interest. When he told me that and I knew he ran shit, I felt comfortable. I said, okay, I'm good. 2 months prior to the election, they finally made a decision on the Euro bonds. They gave us two options. Either take one or they'll pick one for you, right? The first option is your 3-4 year bond is now 11-year bond.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
And whatever amount of money you gave them, you're going to lose 37% of it.
Should have gone for the 10%.
I should have gone for the 10%.
Yeah.
Right? You lose 37% of it. Now, if you give them $1 million, you lost almost $400,000. Now you only, and now your 9% interest rate that you had is now 5%. Those are the option one. Mm-hmm. Option two, you don't lose none of your money you give them. You keep your whole amount of money. But now instead of your 3-4 year plan is now 15 years before you get your money back, right? Instead of you getting your 9% interest rate, it's 1.5%. So pick which one you want.
Yeah. They're basically robbing you.
Robbing you.
Yeah.
So when that happened, I went on Twitter and I lit them motherfuckers up. You know, and I became a hero because I had a voice. A lot of time people are afraid to speak. Mm-hmm. You know, and my thing, if I was just some businessman just trying to make money and I took a L, you know, it wouldn't bother as much. But I mean, this money was to pay for a free school, and I'm doing the government's job. I'm building a free education, using my money to fund this out of my pocket with no help. And this is what you do? And I went in hard. I went in what I did probably helped them lose because that regime lost.
Right. But you still don't have your money back. So
still don't have my money back. But the reason why I didn't take the cut, because as long as that money is there, I could always fight for it. I haven't given up. You know, I'm going to talk, but Africa's a little different. I'm sure I could talk to the new leader and explain why I did this, and I'm almost certain that things could change. And the thing about the money, I didn't even care about getting the money back. I just wanted the interest. I just wanted to get paid every month so I could pay for the school.
Yeah, man.